Hello, welcome to round 2 of the brackets of the Hybrid Major Glitches Tournament. I'm Arborelia, I'm going to be commentating here, and we've got krelbel versus Chexhuman Game 2. Chexhuman won the first match. Here in round 2, we've got a lot of, very high-powered matchups. We've got the 7th versus 10th seed here, and we should see a lot of skillful glitches here. And thank you to ClearMouse for tracking. So I'm going to briefly summarize Hybrid Major Glitches. This is a mode where you can go out of bounds in the overworld and in certain ways in the underworld. And this can involve clipping between dungeons. It ends up making Mire, Hera, and Swamp kind of into one big dungeon with all their logic intertwined because you might be required to find a key in one and bring it to another. Also, you start with the boots, so that you can do overworld glitches without them being unreasonable. Okay, so we've got Chexhuman starting in the Sanctuary, and krelbel with a familiar start at Link's house, probably just heading over here to check some things in the water. Because this mode starts out with access to a lot of places in the overworld, and that gives you a lot of places you could isolate. On places like that island, and the hobo under the bridge are easy to miss out on for a long time if you don't make a plan for when you're going to do them at the start of the game. And so often we see players do them directly at the start of the game, like krelbel is doing here, clipping directly to the hobo and acquiring the Cane of Samaria! Alright, so both of our racers have a cane, but krelbel has a more important cane. Got Chex, checking the lumberjack ledge. Very important. You never want to see something required there because that would be the only reason you have to fight Aga in this mode. And there is nothing important on the lumberjack ledge. krelbel is heading to Sahashala, another place that you might not get around to for a while, but it does have, 3 items that you can get real quick. Just hearts and bombs. A lot of full hearts around here in the early game. Alright, krelbel's got both canes now. And the trees are very generous. I don't know if that was a level 1 or level 2 tree pull, but you get 80 rupees from it. Chexhuman is going to be hopping up Death Mountain here. So this glitch is called the new DMA, the new Death Mountain Ascent. It'll probably be called that even when it's no longer new. And it's a sequence of hops that you can do with the screen wrapped that take you into the Death Mountain Ascent cave without needing the glove to get in. You've got krelbel following up and checking Lumberjack Cave. And something we see a lot of in this mode is that our runners will often put off Kakariko Village for a while, because there's a whole bunch of stuff that you might leave behind there if you don't have the items for it, like the bottle for the sick kid, the powder for the magic bat, the flute if you want to activate the flute. And so often our runners want to go look for stuff elsewhere in the game, because there's so many places in Sphere 1 in this game that don't have any requirements, and then come to Kakariko Village later. And then even route in Desert Palace, possibly after Kakariko. Anyway, Chexhuman is checking Hera, and I believe that was the big key and a shield. Was it a big key? Yeah, okay. So we do have access to the top of Hera from within Hera, which is not guaranteed. Yeah, being on solo commentary here, I'm often gonna have to ask chat to like help me catch something I missed. Hey, krelbel is in Kakariko, where he's finding the first sword and the flute very conveniently. krelbel isn't even gonna have to do the new DMA. Chex taking a look at the floating island. There's a fairy in a bottle there, so Chex is gonna hop up into the clouds to get it. Gotta get to the right spot, and you can clip back into the island. And there's kind of a lot of tricks that you need to know for how to navigate these overworld clips without having the sword. Often you need to know a different version of the clip when you can't sword spin. And then krelbel is going to be doing kind of the most familiar clips having the sword. Also, there's a lamp in there. Yeah. Yeah, Check's on the level 2 shield already. And yeah, Spiral Cave can be a bit scary in the early game when you don't have a weapon. Though, Blue Cane is a weapon. And there's a hook shot! So there's a hook shot in Paradox Cave, and that's going to make a lot of overworld clips really fast because you can just get you can arm your hookshot speed, and then you can just clip through a whole lot of diagonal walls using that hookshot speed. Got half magic also in Paradox Cave. All right, Chex is going home, and oh no, going to the mountain cave. And like, look how fast you can hop through those things with the hook shot. And doing a very quick Death Mountain descent to the graveyard ledge. A great thing about this place is that you can refill your bombs there really quickly. Also, there's bombos in it this run. Yep, nobody has been to the Uncle yet. Hey, there's a bottle up there in the race game. I bet krelbel's gonna clip up there and get it. There we go. And yeah, after Graveyard Ledge, you can then go directly to the hole, and falling in the hole causes you to go to the Houlihan room because the game is a little confused about where you came from and where the screen's supposed to be scrolled to. Here's krelbel in Desert Palace. There's a hammer in Desert Palace. A lot of good items early on here. Oh my gosh, hammer and flippers in Desert Palace? Our runners are going to be almost all set to clear Swamp Palace, which is usually kind of the hardest thing in terms of logic and item requirements in HMG. Yeah, so that's the 2 items from Desert. krelbel can come back anytime to beat the boss. But for now, I was just going to hop around on these cliffs and collect some more items. Chex is going to be collecting the Kakariko items now from bottom to top. Krelbel, I believe, is ending his path here at Agina's cave. Yep, and then saving and quitting. So yeah, Krelbel, using the flute, can just go to Death Mountain the easy way. And run directly into a pit. Yeah, pretty soon Krelbel is going to have the flippers, the hammer, and the hookshot. The hammer is optional for a lot of uses, but all of that is what you need for Swamp Palace, with ways to work around having the hammer. But yeah, with the flippers, hammer, and hookshot, you could do Swamp Palace. All you need is a key to open a door in Swamp Palace, which is usually the Hera small key. And hopefully that's going to be available in Hera, but we don't know yet. Also, we don't know if Swamp Palace is required. I just saw, in fact, that Hera is a pendant, and our runners may end up fighting the boss of Hera anyway because it's a short dungeon and you want to find the key in it. Yep. Yep. Really fast with the hook shot. Chex has finished checking Kakariko Village and is now hopping down here to the race game area and bypassing that bottle, just hopping over those cliffs with a series of downward hops. That was neat. I like that route. Krelbel's got a lot of money, and that means it's time to check the South Shore and end at Zora. Meanwhile, Chex is going through Desert Palace and getting the amazing items that it contains. Wow! Here in Mini Hype Cave, we've got a bow, and a fire rod, and blue armor. It's not real Hype Cave, but sometimes it's got more real hype. Another bottle over there in Ice Rod Cave. So in addition to bottles being useful for their purpose of, refilling your magic or not dying, another thing you can do with a bottle is fill it with a blue potion for a fake flute. Kind of a one-time use thing, although that's not going to come up much this seed with the flute being so early. Did Chexhuman go through Kakariko and not find the flute there? Did Chexhuman not do all of Kakariko? I'm a little confused now. Oh, okay. Chexhuman is hopping down to King's Tomb. Another place that you can clip into, and that is kind of very easy to isolate, and it's just got 10 arrows. And Chexhuman is now following krelbel's path and checking the south shore. Zora! Ooh, wow, Zora's selling the red armor. This is the armor you don't want in the early game. Because there's a lot of times when you're going to want to death warp, and now death warping is going to be hard. Krelbel, armed with the bow and fire rod, is going to head to Eastern Palace. Now, I think he hasn't been to East Death Mountain yet, but right now he's got priorities because he's got a dungeon he can full clear. Oh, Krelbel has been to East Death... No, never mind. Okay. Krelbel has not been to East Death Mountain and does not have the hook shot. Chexhuman just using the version of the water walk where you do have the flippers, just hopping down that waterfall. Unfortunately, you lose water walk the moment that you step on shallow water. Right. Check's about to get scammed up there. Well, is it a scam? It's good armor, you just don't want it. Yeah, Check's not even picking it up. Let's see if this ends up being a strategic advantage for Chex. There's Krelbel collecting the vanilla Eastern Palace Big Key, and Chex is heading to the Hobo to get the Cane of Samaria. Alright, not much in Eastern so far. Chex is also heading to Eastern. And yeah, this is a very convenient way into Eastern when you're allowed to screen wrap. Just hop onto that ledge and hop to the bottom of the screen, wrap the screen, and know where to go to get into Eastern Palace. krelbel setting up the fast Armos strat. Very nice. And Armos rewards krelbel with the Master Sword. Chexhuman's going to discover that also when he completes Eastern, and krelbel is off to do some more things in the village. Like visit the sick kid. Pyramid Ledge is available? Wait, where's the other red crystal? Oh. Oh, Pyramid Ledge. Oh, yeah. Not the inside of the pyramid? Yeah. Usually the red crystals end up not being important, but every once in a while, the two red crystals end up showing up earlier than the mirror. And I got distracted by thinking about that, and not thinking about what Pyramid Ledge meant. Alright, krelbel's heading upstairs. Sadly doing this the slow way, when he is probably about to find the hookshot. But yeah, the only thing that Aga is ever required for, the way you play this mode, is the Lumberjack Ledge, but clearing Aga can put things like Pyramid Ledge in logic. Oh hey, there's a glove up there. Whereas normally you'd have to clip down the mountain as a bunny out of logic. If there's in fact a required item there. Before, you know, things like the Moon Pearl or the Mirror. Yep, krelbel has the two items from Hera, but is going to keep checking Hera because the other important thing that you would find in Hera is a small key that you can bring to Swamp. And let's see if Moldorm is holding on to it. Meanwhile, Chexhuman is finishing up Eastern and getting his Master Sword. No! The small key is not available in Hera. So Swamp access is going to have to be via Mire. The small key in Hera locks itself. Got Chexhuman heading up to check the uncle in the secret passage. This is something that's easy to put off for a long time, especially if you're trying to route it in with the mirror and pyramid shenanigans. But it can be an advantage to have it done early if you know it's a bunch more Sphere 1 checks, and maybe there's some good items here. Like the Moon Pearl, for example. Yeah, so that was a good bet that Chexhuman made. krelbel sees the bottle up there, is not even going to bother with it. It's just a fairy. And bottles are plentiful already. Chexhuman is going to check the castle. But yeah, the Moon Pearl, in this mode, is all you need to access most of the Dark World. Also all you need to get into Ganon's Tower. The left side of Ganon's Tower is available and in logic right now. So is the right side. So is the top. All of Ganon's Tower is in logic right now. There's krelbel getting the hook shot. So it'll be interesting to see when our runners go to Ganon's Tower, because it's a dungeon that you can end up spending a lot of time on, but also it's got a lot of chests. And you do need to beat Aga 2 at some point. Chexhuman is saving, quitting out of the castle basement, not checking the Dark Cross. And Chex is wrapping up the mountain, maybe heading to the Dark World now. Krelbel's checking the back of the castle. And not much there. Oh, we got a map check. Palace of Darkness is a pendant. Skullwoods is the green pendant. Palace of Darkness is an interesting one to be a pendant dungeon, because that is also fully available to our runners. One of the underworld clips that you can do is the Kiki skip, where you clip from Spectacle Rock to the inside of the Palace of Darkness in Cave State, which is a fast and convenient way to get into Palace of Darkness. But it becomes less appealing when it ends up being a pendant. Here's krelbel finding the Moon Pearl. Chexhuman is checking out Dark Death Mountain here. Doesn't have the glove yet, but that's not going to stop him from getting into the Spectacle Rock Cave. You just gotta wrap the screen right here. And krelbel's checking out the castle now, and I wonder if we'll see one difference that he ends up checking the, Wait, is Dark Cross just the map? Okay, it's an item. Alright. Just a bloomerang here in Hookshot Cave. Oh, there's an ice rod? Oh, ice rod in Hookshot Cave, I missed that. And Chexhuman is setting up a clip to the laser bridge in Turtle Rock. Just make the right motions and do this terrifying looking screen wrap, and it takes you into the laser bridge entrance. All you have to do is bomb yourself out of the wall. This isn't entrance shuffle where they open it for you. There's a shovel. Oh wow. Yeah, Chexhuman could beat Trinex. That's intriguing. And krelbel is going to be taking this Death Warp to continue checking the castle. Oh, that's a great point, Malo. So, one way that you can get the Hera key is by clipping from Hera to the sewer and stealing it from the key rat. You have to set it up in advance by opening the door at the back of the Dark Cross. Chexhuman finding a different glove. So Titan's Mit's locations are going to be unfortunately in logic. You never want to see that. Because that means that the game might... Yep, krelbel is opening the door and setting up for the key rat steal. The skip into Laser Bridge is actually not in logic because it's a trick that wasn't known when this logic was developed or something like that. Turtle Rock can be in logic, but it would usually require you to go forward from one of the middle entrances. The other interesting thing about Turtle Rock here is it's the other red crystal. And that would be really, really neat if that ends up mattering, and like something like there's a mirror inside the pyramid. Okay, so yeah, that kind of screen wrap is not one of the logically required glitches in overworld glitches. That makes sense. In Hype Cave, we've got a book, and that's about it. Tempered Sword in Turtle Rock is going to make Trinex a lot easier to defeat when Chexhuman gets to that point. I think he's still looking for the big key. Yeah, so to me, HMG is the mode that feels like similar to RMG from vanilla speedrunning. And in fact, the 4 underworld clips that are logically required by HMG are the 4 clips that you use in RMG. Krelbel's going to get the Meyer information, or did he already get it and I missed it? I think he must have. He wouldn't just run through there without checking. Ether. Cool. Okay, so Meyer requires Ether. So we don't have Meyer access yet. That Ether is going to be what gives logical access to Swamp, because the game expects you to take an extra key from Meyer and bring it through the clip from Meyer to Hera, and then Hera to Swamp. Our runners might be able to defeat that logic by doing the Key Rat Steal. And Krelbel's going to try to hop up to the Village of Outcasts here. Probably not going to happen before the timer runs out, but that's fine. And Chexhuman has defeated Trinex, and now has both red crystals. Also, gets stuck in the turtle face. There's no way out without the mirror. So our runners now have normal access to the Dark World, just having Glove, Hammer, and Moon Pearl. They don't have to clip down from Death Mountain or anything. And Chexhuman just hopping quickly out of that portal area. Oh, there's Ether. Krelbel's in Thieves Town and found Ether, and that's going to give logical access. It's going to give access to Meyer and logical access to Swamp. Alright, what do our runners need now? Are we in no mode? Is anything else required in this game? Our runners are not going to need a mirror. You can set up the dam and swamp by pulling it first, saving and quitting, and then coming from Hera. So it really looks to me like for Go mode, krelbel just needs the Ice Rod, and Chexhuman just needs the Ether Medallion. And I believe that the Ice Rod was in Hookshot Cave, and Ether was here in Thieves Town. I'm worried for krelbel that having all these items and all these dungeons that he can complete is going to distract him away from Hookshot Cave. Also, the most unfortunate thing for one of our runners would be to try to check Ganon's tower. Because again, you can waste a lot of time there. Doing both sides of it. Yep, Chexhuman at 3623 has reached Go mode. It's not the most convenient Go mode, and we might still see him look for some chests, especially if they've got like the mirror or something. Like hoping they have the mirror. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, I don't know if Chex saw Meyer either. So it could just be a 2/3 chance of Go mode in his mind. Now, the really terrible thing about this Go mode is if you, never mind. They have the hammer. I was thinking they needed Death Warp and Swamp, which would be pretty awful with red armor. But never mind. The hammer makes Swamp just very doable. But yeah, I think the Death Warp is not even going to be required at any point. Hey, krelbel is putting off Skullwoods for now. Let's see if he happens to decide to visit East Dark Death Mountain. As an advantage of doing more overworld checks is that it's more dungeons you can full clear if you find Go mode. So krelbel is just on an Ice Rod hunt, which we know is in Hookshot Cave. Chexhuman is finishing up Thieves Town, and may or may not know that he's in Go mode. Oh, this route looks like krelbel's going to Ganon's tower. That would be terrible news for krelbel. Checking Spike Cave on the way, where you can just heal up a little bit and then get spin speed off of the steps. Yep, krelbel is going to Ganon's Tower. Which is, a really appealing place to go to. It is... It's like 20 items that are all in logic. Hey, silvers. Chex is doing what looked like the Ice Palace, the Flippers wrap to Ice Palace, but then something didn't go right, and Chex decided to save and quit, rather than risking the game crashing or hard locking, which seems like a great plan. There's that big key in the left side of Ganon's Tower. Also bad news for krelbel, because it means that Chex is going to have a very fast Ganon's Tower. Yeah, this Flipper's Wrap is a bit of a confusing and scary glitch. You've got to clip through that ledge twice, once with the screen wrapped, and then do this screen wrap and navigate the nonsense terrain into Ice Palace. Chex is setting up the Ice Palace clip, one of the underworld clips that is allowed and possibly even expected. That Chex never opened Hype Cave. Yeah, it really looks like Chex is gonna have an amazing time this seed. krelbel found the Mirror Shield. And the Arrow of Destiny. Chex tried to go really fast through Ice Palace by skipping this key, and was hoping for a key in the next chest, but it wasn't there. So here's Chex dropping into Cold Stare as krelbel continues to route through Ganon's Tower. Nice, Chex just kept Cold Stare in the corner there. Crystal number 4. Alright, so what Chex has left is Desert Palace, which you can just do anytime. Swamp Palace, which he needs to do a setup in Mire for. And Mire itself. And Chex is going to be clipping up to the desert ledge to finish Desert Palace. Yeah, clipping up that ledge has a lot of it has a much trickier setup than clipping down it. Clipping down from race game. But when you've got the flute, it's definitely the faster way if you know how to do it. Chex is collecting his 5th crystal. krelbel is efficiently silver arrowing Lanmo 2. Yeah, we've got a lot of Lanmos dying real fast. I think Chex might be setting up Swamp Palace now. Wait. I don't quite see how that would work. So maybe not. Heading to Mire. Okay. Was that the sword? Ha! Well, congratulations to Clearmouse for calling it. So Chexhuman needs to find a big key, and also needs to find a small key that he holds on to bring to the swamp here in Mire. There's the big key. And Chex is just going to try to hover to the back. Will he make it? No, he won't make it. It's worth a try. Oh, there's 2 keys right there, so Chex can just open that door and still have the extra key. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be surprised about one of the keys, but, you know. And Chex is throwing a Samaria block into a pit, and people doing actions that don't make sense to me in Mire mean that they are setting up spooky action. krelbel is going to be swimming through the pyramid moat here to get to the hammer pegs. I was making some very unlucky choices of overworld checks to do. Or wait, oh, did krelbel go to Hookshot Cave? No. Nope, never mind. Yeah, nope, krelbel was just making unlucky choices. Alright, if krelbel went to Hookshot Cave, he'd be in Go mode. Could still happen. Alright, Chexhuman has collected crystal number 6 from the mire and is going to head back in to unlock Swamp. He's not going to be able to actually clear Swamp in this state, but he's going to be able to open the doors that make it clearable. Yeah, this is promising for krelbel. Yes. We can still have a somewhat close race once krelbel finds that ether. Not ether, ice rod. Ice rod is the word I was looking for. Maybe even the multiple words I was looking for. Yeah, so the Hyrule Castle setup, I'm actually not sure if that's going to help in this seed because of, the route that Chex is taking is a pretty reasonable route for opening up Swamp as well. The thing that would help Swamp be faster is the mirror. The trick with Swamp here is that you can bring a key from Mire and open up the doors that make Swamp clearable, but without the mirror you can't pull the dam and get into the front of Swamp so that the game knows you're in Swamp. So Chex in a separate trip is going to have to pull the dam, save and quit, go to Hera, and clip to Swamp from Hera. krelbel knows that he's in Go mode and is going to finish Turtle Rock while he's up here. krelbel doing some fancy logic there and concluding that knowing that the big key can't be on Laser Bridge because of the fact that the Laser Bridge entry is not in logic. Hey, there's a Titan's Mitt that you'll be never using. So Chexhuman has completed what he was here to do, which is opening the front door of Swamp. It happened so fast I nearly missed it. Now Chex is fluting to 7 to pull the dam. So you pull the dam and you save and quit, and the dam doesn't unflood until you screen transition, so just don't screen transition on the overworld. Activating Burn and hearing the clink on the mirror shield. Yep. Yeah. Yeah, the high-level speed strat we've seen sometimes is remembering that you have the mirror shield and that it blocks things. There's that big key for krelbel, who's just going to take a death here. Have a slightly faster Turtle Rock than Chexhuman, who was not in go mode at the time. And fortunately for krelbel, those Chain Chomps do a lot of damage even on red armor. Welcome to our Raiders from SpeedGaming 3. We are here in a lightning-fast game of hybrid major glitches, Link to the Past Randomizer. Both of our racers are in go mode right now. Chexhuman reached go mode, I believe, at like 36 minutes? If I'm remembering that right? So Chex has completed the swamp setup, and the dam's still pulled, and Chex can just go mode swamp now. Although not quite getting the double spin on Trinex, but still a very fast Trinex fight. So krelbel has claimed his third crystal. krelbel menuing and then realizing he's stuck in the turtle face. I was commenting earlier about skipping Skullwoods, I'd forgotten that Skullwoods was a pendant. So krelbel, with the Titan's Mitts, can just hop right into Ice Palace. Like, the normal way. Hey, there's our fourth bottle. It's got a B. Fortunately, krelbel is getting to the next floor down of Ice Palace in the not normal way, the hybrid major glitches way, which is both fun to see and very fast. Given the places the small keys end up being, the key steal might have been even faster, but Chexhuman has defeated Argus. 0 cycle, wow. Yeah, I looked away, and then the Argus fight was over, and Chexhuman has collected his 7th crystal. He still needs to do Ganon's Tower. Yep, I think we will not be finding out where the mirror is. krelbel was not as optimistic as Chex, and made sure to collect that key on the way down. krelbel's still looking for something. Oh, Chex found the silvers. Of course. krelbel has silvers. Also the tempered sword. Oh yeah. Yeah, krelbel is still hoping to find the mirror. There's the big key for Chex, who now needs to get out of here. Just bonking back over. We've got krelbel starting Mire as Chexhuman begins the top of Ganon's tower. And bonks into a pit. Chex is taking a lot of damage in this Ganon's tower, but seems unconcerned. krelbel finding the early big key, and then about to find the early small key also. So Chex's health situation looks a little bit scary, but I'm sure that Chex can not take damage if he chooses. And my understanding is like the best known setup for the spooky action glitch is something that you set up when you flute to 6, and so Chex was setting up a much lesser known version of it. Yes, Chex had exactly the right number of bombs. No unnecessary bombs. krelbel is taking this moment to unlock the mire, while Chex nears the end game. Chex wrapping the screen to get a faster animation. "360 degrees of protection." I like that phrase. And Chex is fighting Ganon, who's informing us about gastropods. Still on 3 hearts. This is actually where I find that 3 hearts to be scary. Oh, but Chex does have a red potion. You just didn't need it until now. Yeah, well there's that 3 hearts of damage also. Good time to drink the potion. Krelbel setting up the citrus clip. The dash citrus. A series of a dash and a few more one-frame movements that clip you from Mire into Hera. There's also a bomb setup, but it requires you to have lit the torches and watch the cutscene, and who's got time for that? And Ganon is defeated. So with this amazingly... Yep, GG Chex. With that amazingly fast run, in hour 6, Chex has taken this match. We will not be seeing a Game 3. Yeah, that seems like an amazing PB. Alright, Krelbel has finished unlocking the swamp. Now needs to do the dam setup. Alright, Krelbel pulls the dam and saves and quits. Hello, Chexhuman. Congratulations. That run was amazing.
Thanks, GG.
Yeah. I don't even know quite what to ask about it. Just, like, what did you feel finding Go Mode so fast?
It probably came down to the decision to go to Hookshot Cave first, which led to Ice Rod, which compelled me to go to Turtle Rock, which seemed kind of silly because Ganon's tower was full clearable. So that worked out in my favor.
Yeah, you didn't have to check Ganon's tower, you didn't even have to check Hype Cave.
Right.
Yeah. Just happened to cross exactly the right checks. And yeah, as you were getting Go Mode, Krelbel was heading into Ganon's tower. Which definitely set him back a ways. But yeah, that was all really smooth.
Yeah, pretty lucky.
He also appreciated leaving the red mail on the ground. Although Death Warps didn't seem too crucial this run.
Exactly.
There was the one in Turtle Rock.
Right. with the help of the rollers.
Yep. Yeah, krelbel got to do that from the chain chomp room, so it was really fast.
Oh yeah, makes sense.
So he does have red armor. Anyway, krelbel is finishing up Swamp Palace, and he's got to do Desert still after this. You know, just a reasonably fast run instead of an unreasonably fast one. The rebound rod boomerang on the pedestal. Okay, so Chex will be moving on to round 3, and we haven't seen who his opponent's going to be. I think that's the bracket that's either PR Duong or Mr. Bayer.
Yeah, well, I hope
Good
my
luck with
luck
that.
continues.
Mm-hmm.
I'll hope this good luck continues,
Mm-hmm.
but it's okay if it doesn't.
Primo's in chat asking if you have a rule for when you decide to check the hobo.
Yeah, that would typically be at some point after it becomes easier to clip either flippers or hookshot. Typically, I don't usually go for it at first. That's very rare. So I
Yeah, that
usually
makes
wait.
sense.
And there have been races where it would have been smart to check it with a mirror and flippers, but I always forget about that route at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Too normal.
Yeah. Oh, Crowell picking up the bug net so that he can, 360 no scope Aga 2 if he chooses.
Yeah. I get to.
Oh, Crowell with some good routing there, remembering that he's in the fake dark world and just needs a screen transition to be in the light world and to be able to call the duck.
Yeah, I thought of that after I saved and quit. That's a good call, for sure.
Nice. Crowell is not doing that that bomb clip. Which we're remarking is pretty impressive to just be able to set up and do that quickly when it's something that's kind of not that often needed. But just doing a couple other clips to get up onto the ledge.
I think I grinded it for RBO.
Aha!
So I had to get good at it. It was like a little tricky at first.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, Mom's got a good point there that probably would have been faster to just not flute.
Maybe, yeah. The extra transitions involved. Maybe flute to 3, really.
Mm. Alright, Krelbel reaching his last boss before Ganon. Just a very fast Lanmo. And Krelbel is off to fight Ganon. Was the other sword the one, like the one chest that that krelbel skipped on Laser Bridge because it couldn't possibly have the big key in it? Or is that a different chest? Spike room, okay.
So you're saying krelbel didn't open spike, or wait a second.
krelbel left one chest closed on Laser Bridge.
Oh, right, of course. Spike room.
Alright, krelbel's already on phase 3 of Ganon. Getting an early silver hit on Ganon. And killing Ganon on the next cycle. GG, just about 10 minutes behind Chex. Alright, hi krelbel, GG.
Hello, GG. Thanks for the patience, everyone. I just wanted to finish out what was probably one of the best HMG races I've ever had, which just makes Chex's time all the more impressive. Wow.
Yeah, GG.
Yeah,
What
it's
a
not like
siege.
we were left
GG.
waiting here for long.
Yeah.
that run was amazingly fast.
Oh my gosh, I just brought up the restream 108. What a route! Oh my gosh, Chex. What did you do? I have to know, what did you do? GG first and foremost, GG.
I think the key was probably my first action in Dark World was just going to the east and going to Hookshot Cave, because that led to Ice Rod,
Oh.
and that compelled me to go to Turtle Rock. And then I found the glove there, which seemed pretty fortunate because I could have had go mode at that point. Just needed a medallion.
Oh, okay. Huh,
Yeah,
oh
so-
man, I didn't think about when I found the mitts in TR. I didn't think about the implications of that. Oh, I can see how that would improve the route a lot.
Oh wait, I didn't quite follow. Like, what did having the mitts change about that?
Well, Chex, was that your first lift upgrade? I imagine
Yes.
it probably was.
Oh,
Okay.
the glove.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
and then Chex was able to just come across the medallion just while clearing dungeons.
So you got to, I assume you got to go mode GT, Chex?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, that makes sense. Yeah, when I found the glove in Hera upstairs, I was skeptical about that play. There was a lot of other stuff open to me, but I went to Hera upstairs early and found that glove, and for most of the rest of the game, I thought, I really hope the other glove is is somewhere awful, like on Saha.
Yeah.
And then I guess it was just on the normal path. Huh.
Wow. Yeah. If it were, then that would be a big advantage.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah,
Man,
there really
but-
weren't too many things you had to go out of your way for in this seed. No pendant dungeons required.
Yeah, I was feeling way ahead right up until the second Chex finished.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh
yeah,
man.
that makes sense that you would say that,
Yeah.
since you got that glove.
Yep.
early on.
Yeah. I'm curious if you ever found Mirror.
No, I didn't.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't either. So I imagine we both got to go mode a similar amount of dungeons, except for GT.
Right. I just checked. Turtle Rock chests. The Spike Room had a tempered sword for me.
Like room.
The,
Oh,
and
okay.
Turtle Rock,
Oh,
the
that's
compass room.
interesting. Oh man, my heart was racing for like the last half hour of that race, just from that early play, and then
Yeah.
very early go mode. I was thinking, oh man, so excited.
Yeah, this is one of those exciting seeds.
Yeah, for sure.
I felt like I had a comfortable lead though, since everything just fell into place. So
Yeah,
I was
no kidding.
yeah. So happy to get a PB here.
Oh, PB, nice. 106. Oh yeah, that beats my PB. I'm just speeding through the rest of my credits because I am very curious what the difference between our collection rates were.
And how did you unlock Swamp in the seed?
I didn't key rat steal. I did. What did I do? I cleared Mire and then did Mire to Swamp to open the door, and then save and quit to Link's house, and then flooded the dam, save and quit to Hera, clip to Swamp. I think that's the fastest method on this set of gear. Oh, then again, maybe key rat steal. I did set up the key rat steal.
And you knew more than me since you cleared Hera and I didn't.
Yeah, the key was locked in the basement.
Yeah. But you both did the same method in Swamp.
Yeah.
Wow, 134.
Jeez.
Yeah, which is still way lower than my average clear rate for one of these. It's just the god route versus the absolute god route.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, what a way to go out in this tournament. This seed was an absolute blast. I had a great time. Huge GG to Chex. I think I hope you go very far in this tournament. This was a lot of fun. I think we had two really good races against each other. And yeah. Obviously, would have wished I could have gone further, but yeah, just had a whole lot of fun. Thanks to everyone who put this together. Thanks to Chex, and yeah, thanks to everyone who was watching. This is one of my favorite races ever. One of my favorite series of races ever. So yeah, thanks everyone.
Thanks so much. Yeah, thanks for your support, your confidence, and I hope I go far as well. Thanks for commentating, Aurelia.
Hey, you're welcome. And yeah, so Clearmouse dropping the links here in chat. Remember to follow our runners, and thank you, Clearmouse, for tracking. And here's links to my channel and Clearmouse's channel as well. And I guess that's going to wrap up this match. Thank you all. And that'll be it.